To the big story we've been following out of Clearwater, where a small plane crashed into a mobile home park.
It happened last night in a close-knit 55 and up community along US 19 called Bayside Waters. Stunned neighbors are reeling over what happened. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan is on this story for us. Kelly, this is heartbreaking, and we're hearing several people are dead, homes are damaged or destroyed. Why do we not know the casualty count at this point?
Well, at this point, we just don't know how many people were on board that plane and how many people were inside the home. Investigators still working to determine just how many fatalities they have on their hands. But we are told that there are multiple fatalities here at this scene, and they're still trying to comb through the wreckage. Part of that because of just how devastating this crash was. Take a look at the video. You can see that when the plane came in this mobile home community, it landed on top of essentially one home here. And these are mobile homes. They're not exactly structurally sound enough to withstand that kind of a hit. So we know that there was complete devastation following not only the crash, but the ensuing fire that happened. A lot of neighbors here describing it as hearing almost something like an explosion, a bomb going off because of course, all the jet fuel on board that plane. The single engine V-35 plane, it crashed into this mobile home community around 7 last night. So a time when a lot of people were home. It immediately burst into flames. We know at least one home completely destroyed. According to the fire chief, 4 homes affected by this fire and this crash. Thankfully, though, inside the other neighboring homes, everyone was able to escape safely. But the Clearwater fire chief last night confirming that there are several fatalities from both within the aircraft and the mobile home that it crashed into. Authorities, again, still working to determine how many people may have been on board, how many people were inside the home. One neighbor, though, telling us that his best friend lived in that home and they just spent time together earlier in the day golfing.
It's awful. I mean, it's the worst possible news anybody could ever get. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's just, you know, we're together. 10 minutes later, they're dead. Can't understand why. I just don't know. We golf once a week together. We're just like a close-knit family, even though we're not families. But we've known each other for a long time, and they were all great people, and I can't describe the feeling that I have right now because I just left them.
Witnesses say that the plane did not have its lights on and it was coming in at a 45-degree angle. Officials at the airport in St. Pete say that they received a mayday call from the pilot reporting engine failure, and that several mayday calls eventually came in. They were already staging for an emergency landing at PIE, but the plane never made it there. Instead, it crashed about 3 miles north of the runway. The fire chief explaining that because they were already staging specific vehicles at the airport that are designed to handle this kind of crash, an airplane crash that would have those higher volumes of things like jet fuel on there that are very flammable. Those were very close by, so they were able to get to this scene where the plane actually did come down very quickly, and he says that minimized damage and likely saved lives.
Wow. All right, Kelly Cowan live for us. Any new updates, don't be afraid to jump back in with us. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.